dear friends, from the media, press, and online bloggers, we will be limiting to 2 questions per press, and that includes your follow-up question for us to accommodate everyone. Please refrain from asking insensitive, offensive, and personal questions. We will only entertain questions related to the film Isang Daang Awit para kay Stella. And as always, we will have batches to be on standby mode, so please wait for your turn. Speaking of batches, for our first batch, please do stand by. Angelica Villanueva of Manila Standard, Von Belinario of TV5 Digital, Roldan Castro of Abani Tonight, Jeff Fernando of Daily Tribune, and Miss Tita Dahar of Random Republica. Our first question will be coming from Angelica Villanueva of Manila Standard.
Hello po.
Hello.
Hello.
First of all, congratulations sa inyong tatlo for this
Salamat.
another
Thank you.
blockbuster film, Manifesting. My question will be for first po muna ng kay Bella and JC. So, nag-relapse na naman po yung mga tao 8 years after po the first part. So, paano niyo po hinugot ulit yung character ni Stella and Fidel after 8 years?
Yes, 8 years. Every time nakikita ako ng mga tao, si Bella yung naiisip nila eh.
Uy, si ano, yung partner ni Bella.
Tapos syempre maalala nila yung title ng pelikula and I'm happy about it kasi naalala nila yung trabaho. Okay na yung makalimutan nila yung pangalan ko. At least naalala nila si Fidel. And I'm happy about that. And Fidel is such a fun character for me. Nung binalikan ko siya ulit emotionally, ang hirap balikan kasi marami akong points kay Fidel na attitude-wise, hindi ako nag-agree as a person, kung sino man si Fidel ngayon. Pero, syempre, I have to give sympathy to the character. At kailangan ko siyang bigyan ng hustisya. Kailangan ko maipaintindi sa audience kung paano siya as a person. At para magkaroon din ng awareness yung audience na this is him. And also, with yung kanyang, di ba, defect, ano yun, it was like riding a bike. Kasi si Fidel he has a pattern para yung 3 words. So, nagkaroon na kami ng mahabang usapan about it kung paano na siya ngayon bilang after a few years simula nung una. And ngayon nag-mature na siya, nagbago ba? Kamusta na siya? Yun muna.
I think the beauty of this film is present time siya, present age din namin ni JC. So, I think it was easier for us to fall into character this time. Kasi nung dati, college students kami, isang daang tula. Campus life, ang dami namin mga klase, ang dami namin kasama sa film. So, dami rin nangyayari. Kahit sa personal lives namin, naalala ko, sa teleserye kaming dalawa, naghiwalay. So, dumadating kami sa Stella nun, pagod na pagod. So, nag-usap na kami bago mag-shoot nito. Napanood ba yung isang daang tula para kay Stella recently? So, I rewatched it before we came here. We went to set para fresh lang si Stella sa utak ko para alam ko kung paano siya nagsasalita dati, paano siya naglalakad. And then realize ko, I don't remember filming half of isang daang tula para kay Stella kasi nga lagi kami puyat. Pero ang sarap niyang panoorin. So I think when they gave us this, when they gave us isang daang awit para kay Stella, I was excited kasi ngayon kaya ko mag-focus sa kanya. I made sure na dito lang ako nakatutok nung nag-shoot kami. And it's different now. Yun nga, wala kami sa campus setting. So halos kami tatlo lang lagi magkaka-eksena. So I think we really got to play with our characters this time around. Plus, ang helpful na meron lang kaming songs from the first movie na very nostalgic. Parang pagtutugtog yung balisong, yung 241. Pumapasok na agad ako kay Stella. Minsan kahit eksena hindi nakakaiyak, naiiyak ako dahil naririnig ko yung song. So, laking factor ng nostalgia, I think. For me at least, to get into character. Yan po.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
My next question is for Kyle po. Congratulations also, Kyle. Pwede mo po mga ipakilala sa amin si Clyde, and then gaano ka-pressure na pumasok sa isang film na iconic na?
Yeah, wow. Ah, mahirap po talaga.
Pressure.
So, mahirap naging blunt din po.
Paano ko po ba pwedeng ikwento? So, sa napanood niyo po siguro ng trailer, malalaman niyo na kung paano po yung connection namin magiging parang tulay ako kung paano sila nagkabalik sa isa't isa, sa buhay nila. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil too much about Clyde. Pero ang masasabi ko lang dito, lagi ko po sinasabi, dito sa tatlong character na to, you're gonna learn so many different versions of love. That could be love for someone else and also love para sa sarili. So doon ako na-excite para na kay Clyde. Malalaman niyo kung paano ba dapat mahalin yung sarili mo. Going back to na-pressure po ako, sobra, sa totoo lang. Nung pinits po sa akin ito, ulang ko pong sinabi, sabi ko, sigurado po ba kayo ako talaga yung naisip niyo para dito? Pero, nagpapasalamat po ako sa Viva Films dahil pinaramdam po nila sa akin yung importante ng character ni Clyde. And these two never made me feel the pressure. Super blessed to be working with such amazing actors na pinaramdam nila sa akin na parte ako ng show, ng movie na to. So, I didn't feel too much pressure, pero to myself, I was making sure na mabigyan ko lang ng justice ang napakagandang kwento nila Fidel at Stella.
Thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you, both.
Thank you for your question. That was Angelica Villanueva of Manila Standard. Up next, we have Von Belinario of TV5 Digital.
Hi, good afternoon, Bella, JC, and Kyle. Of course, congratulations muna in advance. Siguro yung una kong tanong ay para kay Bella and kay JC. 8 years ago, yung 100 tula, grabe yung success niya, no? Commercially and critically. Now, nandito sa sequel, how are you taking the challenge to surpass or equal the success of 100 tula? Bella?
Ako personally now, because I also work behind the scenes, syempre nakikita ko yung difference ng cinema after the pandemic. So, actually kaya tayo MediaCon today, di ba? We want to get the word out and we need your help. I think it's not a secret na yung current state of movie watching or going to theaters is so different from when Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella came out. So, I think we're pleasantly surprised kasi once we started releasing the look test or just photos of Isang Daang Awit Para Kay Stella, grabe yung reaction. We're even hearing from people who watched the first one na parang, oh, pinanood ko yan, kami pa, ngayon, iba na yung asawa niya. You know, like, we saw people grow up with us. So, I'm hoping that the people who loved Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella will love this. I think that itself would be parang a good gauge of success for me for this movie. If they feel satisfied after they leave the film, I'll be so happy. I don't want to think na we have to surpass or match yung box office returns ng Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella kasi we put a lot of hard and good work in the film as well as Direk Jason Polak Sabana. This happened parang after such a long and tedious process of back and forth. Ang dami ng script na dumating sa amin ni JC bago kami umabot dito sa script na to. So, I would like to think na people will watch it because it's good or they'll watch it because they watched the first one and now they want to see what happened to Fidel and Stella and now Clyde. But, yun, ayaw ko isipin kung ano mangyayari box office-wise. Yeah.
Good points. JC?
Actually, I'm the worst person to ask this. Wala naman akong pressure dun sa magiging kasi I think it's a producer's pressure or directors. Ako kasi parang syempre gusto namin balikan ulit yung mga tao nanood ng panahon na yun. We're banking on nostalgia this time. So gusto namin panoorin nila kami ulit. And we were actually reaching out to them or replying to their messages. And I guess we wish na sana manood yung dating nanood ng Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella.
Second question ko for Kyle. Kyle, congratulations sa inclusion sa cast. paano yung dynamics ninyo? Kasi solid na si Bella and JC since then at sa mga previous projects nila. How did you put yourself into the scene and collaborate well with Bella and JC's characters?
Paano kaya? Nagkatrabaho na kami ni JC before. Mas may connection, mas marami pa kaming eksena dito than the last project that I did, of course, with him. Pero, like I said, I think pinakamasasabi ko sa dalawang actor na to is yung professionalism nila is unmatched, na parang pinaramdam talaga nila sa akin na parang kaya ako ng buong production. It's a team effort, kumbaga. I know this is their movie, I respect that so much because so far, I mean, your kwento nila Fidel at Stella, syempre. Sobrang respect ko yung kwento nila. Pero, like, for example, when I just said thank you to Bella, thank you so much for letting me be part of this project. Sagot niya sa akin, thank you for joining the parade. Pinaramdam niya talaga sa akin na they wanted me to be part. And from day one, I never felt the pressure from either of them. And I think, makikita mo yung kalabasan sa movie. Yeah.
Actually, yung dagdag lang ako sa character na if you see and I'm sure papayag naman doon ni Direk Jason. Si Clyde ay yung opposite ni Fidel, basically, in terms of physicality and confidence. So, I gelled yung character niya sa akin agad kasi, oo nga, no? Siya yung hindi siya. You know?
Something to look forward to. Congratulations, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Von Belinari of TV5 Digital. Next, we have Roldan Castro of Adane Tonight.
Good afternoon. Kay Bella at saka kay Jess. Kay Casey. Ano ang sekreto ng dalawa na hindi kayo nauubusan ng kilig? At kahit pa palaki ang mga proyekto mo?
Hindi ko na nga rin alam.
Wala nga rin po ako, kinikilig ako sa
I guess, this is what I always, siguro I usually say this sa theater, kasi nga, things that would remind you every time is, lagi mong maaalala yung mga bagay-bagay kasi nararamdaman mo siya. But it made you feel something that is unusually na hindi mo nararamdaman palagi. And I think whenever we're together, meron kaming string na pinupul na naririnig ng tao na hindi usually nararamdaman. At ano yan, it's a melancholic feeling every time we were in front of the screen. That's my point of view every time I watch us. And ang lungkot every time na nakikita ko si Bella at si JC. At the same time, kinikilig din ako, pero at the same time parang, uy, may pag-asa ba? Is there hope? Lagi may lingering feeling of pain. And so, I guess yun yung tandem namin, yun yung standard, or yun yung flavor. So, I guess hindi nakakalimutan yun ng mga tao dahil na pag-naramdaman. Yeah, I guess.
I think it goes down to we both like each other as people. I look forward to working with JC every time. So I think it translates. Nakikita siguro nila yung joy din sa mata namin every time we work. Ako yun eh. Lahat naman siguro na naka-partner ni JC at dati na naka-partner ko sa ibang project. Sinasabi din naman nila may chemistry eh. But it's so easy to fall back into what we built together. Kasi nakailang pelikula na tayo. Naka-anim na ata kami.
8.
8? Okay, naka-8 na pala kami. Sorry. Naka-8 na pala kami. So, minsan nga ang usapan na namin is, paano natin iibahin to from the last? Kasi ang dami na namin nagawang love stories together. So, we're very conscious about how we work also. Team workshop, pinag-usapan namin anong ibibigay natin dito na hindi natin nabigay sa huling pelikula. So, yun, it's hard work plus luck plus just genuine chemistry po siguro.
Every year po kasi na nag-work kami with each other, syempre nagmamature kami, no? We become unpredictable every time to each other. Meron na nga parang ano na nga tennis match na nga may competition na oh, galing mo doon galing mo dito ganyan. So, kasi inaano namin pinupush namin yung isa't isa para sa, bago lang pakita natin. Kasi paano kaya magiging vulnerable dito, paano ba uwiin dito, para maayos namin yung rhythm ng maayos.
Actually, nung last shooting day namin dalawa, may kinunan kami na scene na very heavy. Meron kaming ganun to each other, ano na ibibigay mo dito? Tapos pagka-cut, sasabihin ni JC, maganda yung ginawa mo sa line na to or ako, Caps, sobrang ako na-apektuhan dito sa line na to. So, meron na kaming feedback din sa isa't isa. So, super helpful.
Yun, ang follow-up ko, siyempre interested kung bago kayo ginawa itong movie na to. May challenge pa ba sa inyo? Ano yung mga challenge na na-encounter nyo? At the same time, nawala ako. Yun. Tapos kayo din siyempre, ano yung challenge niya na makasama yung magaling na artist na sila Bella sa kay JC?
Challenge? Ang biggest challenge namin is I think very protective na kaming dalawa kay Fidel and Stella. So, tumagal ng pelikula kasi ang dami namin tanong sa script na, hindi sasabihin to ni Fidel or hindi to sasabihin ni Stella. So, siguro it was difficult for Jason Paul also and the creative staff of Vivo Films, but we wanted it to be clean. We wanted the scripts that we read to have no holes. Para pag napanood nila, ayaw ko kasi na nagbayad yung mga tao ulit para panoorin yung continuation ni Stella and Fidel. Tapos, sana pala hindi na lang. Sana one na lang. Hindi na nila tinuloy. So, I don't want them to have that reaction. Kaya, kaming dalawa, ang dami namin meeting na inupuan talaga namin na, ito, hindi mo namin ito sasabihin, or ito, hindi ito gagawin ni Fidel. So, I think the challenge was getting to where we are now, to this version of the script. So, yun po.
So, syempre gusto namin ng bukod dun sa bago, of course, we're banking on nostalgia babalik namin. Syempre gusto namin ng bagong flavor ng pelikula pag magkasama kami. And the pressure, syempre, kakaiba yun So, I guess yun na yung pinaka-challenging part ng pelikula dun sa pagpili namin ulit sa kanya.
Marami kaming instances din sa ibang versions ng script na nagtatext na kami sa isa't isa na huwag na natin gawin to kasi hindi kami satisfied with the story or parang wala siyang character development or ang dami ng taon na lumipas ito lang nangyari sa kanya. So, dami na ganun in between 2017 and today. So, yun po.
Okay. Kyle, yung challenge mo na nakasama yung dalawa.
I think pinaka-challenge lang in a whole para sa akin, para sa character ko na to, was just to make sure na I get my story across kung anong gustong ikwento ni Direct Jason through Clyde, while also being able to be a catalyst din sa kanilang dalawa para ikwento paano ako naging konektado sa kwento nilang dalawa. I think that was more of the challenge na talagang tinulungan naman po ako ni Direct Jason Paul. He gave me the trust and he really helped me build Clyde through each shooting day. So, as much as we were saying po kanina na ma-pressure po talaga yung project. Sa totoo lang, hindi po naging challenging because, yun nga, I'm surrounded by such a good team. And, good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you. That was Roldan Castro of Abani. Tonight for our next question, we have Jeff Fernando of Daily Tribune.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
For first question for JC and Bella. Nag-number 1 yung movie na 8 years ago, di ba, sa pista ng pelikula Pilipino. And marami rin naging fans yung movie dahil sabi nga nila, iconic siya. So, ang question ko is, bakit ito kailangan maghintay ng 8 years bago ito sundan?
May dapat tayo i-shoot bago mag-pandemic, tapos sakto lang pandemic. So, natigil siya. Tapos, lumipad na ako ng London, umalis ako, tapos nabalitaan ko may iba nang ipa-partner kay JC. Nag-text ako kay Tita June, talaga po, hindi na po ako sa Stella. Yun lang yung text ko. Tapos nabalitaan ko, tinanggal na po yung dapat artista yun. And tinitay na lang din ako umiyak.
So, matik na rin hindi ikaw.
Yeah, matik na ako. Nalaman ko lang kay JC din.
Almost.
Yeah, they always replaced me.
Si Stella?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Vince.
Uy.
Yeah. Yun lang talaga yung text ko. Talaga po, hindi na po ako si Stella.
And the rest is
The
history.
rest is history. I'm Stella again.
Hinintay ka talaga ng project.
Opo, and yun nga, yung script ko, ang daming versions muna. Hindi kasi namin alam anong gagawin sa present time. Like, I don't know kung nabanggit tuloy direct Jason Paul sa first press ko namin before, but isang daang tula para kay Stella is loosely based on his college life. So it was very personal to him. So ngayon, what happens in the present time, hindi naman na sila nakita ni Stella. So now everything is reimagined, everything is all in his head. So we had to wait for the right story.
Okay. JC.
I guess, kung nangyari to even before, years before, or 2019, or baka paghihilaw siya. So, ang ganda na rin po siguro na naluto siya ng maayos. Umabot ng 8 years para maging masarap.
Okay. Parang next question ko for JC. May speech defect yung character mo dito. Ayun, paano mo inaral yung character na yun? And mas naiintindihan mo ba yung mga tao may ganun disability in playing this character?
Actually, ilalabas po namin sa pelikula na meron po talagang association or an institute na may speech defect. Nakasama ko po sila sa eksena at may isa po katabi doon na na talagang meron siyang speech defect. And kumusta ka? Sabi niya, napanood mo ba yung unang pelikula nito? Sabi niya, Kuya, sabi niya, ito yung nagbigay ng confidence sa akin nung napanood ko to. Kaya ako nakakapagtrabaho ngayon. And sabi ko, sana naman, tama ba yung ginagawa ko? Kasi minsan po, I just keep doing it, na hindi insensitive na ako. Then sir, lahat ng ginagawa niya yung panahon na yun, ako yun. at sinabi ko yun kaagad kay Direk Jason and he posted about him. At I guess, isa to sa reason kung bakit kailangan din siguro ipalabas para meron talaga, we feel those kind of inferiority or fear, di ba? Maybe this movie is for you. Yeah.
Okay. Last question na lang po for Kyle. Kyle, after watching this film, may inis ba ang audience sa'yo?
Posible po.
Okay.
Honestly. Maging honest na po ako. May mga naiinis na po sa akin bago pa panoorin yung film na to at may mas maiinis pa sa akin siguro pagkatapos. Pero ang kagandahan naman po ng character na to, I think sa lahat ng characters naman, may revelation naman. You'll find some kind of peace within Clyde. Feeling ko naman may marami pong makaka-relate sa kanya actually when it comes to personal insecurities. And ang gusto ko lang sabihin sa mga maiinis pa po kay Clyde, and in general, pag naiinis ka sa tao, alamin mo kasi it always comes from somewhere. And malalaman nyo sa film na ito kung saan nanggaling si Clyde.
Okay. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
To add lang quickly po to your question kay Kyle, what I have to say about his performance po here. He makes, hindi kasi, ang dami ko na nakikita comments na galit na sila kay Kyle, umpisa pa lang. So, what I have to say is he made Clyde very human. So, maiintindihan niyo kung bakit siya ganun. So, it's really nice.
Thank you for your questions. That was Jeff Fernando of Daily Tribune. Up next, we have Kate Adahar of Random Republica.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Kasi yung kind of love na meron si Fidel, napapasulat siya ng tula, kayo ba, how does love change you? Or ano yung mga nagawa niyo because of love?
Papasulat ako ng script. Ano ba? Hindi ko na alam.
Napapasulat siya ng script.
Live performer ako siyempre, so dadaling ko sa play ko or sa mga projects ko. That's my kind of arts. So,
Napapasulat po ako ng kanta. Yun na lang siguro, safe na lang answer ko.
ikaw,
Yun po, script siguro.
papasulat ka.
And then, nakapasulat. Na-inspire ako magsulat. Or, ano ba? Yun lang. Actually, sa movie na to, kasi kadala ko kaysa si Stella. Ako.
And for JC, kasi nabanggit na nga yung speech defect, it's hard enough na umarte na
sobrang hirap to. Isa po to sa pinakamahirap na character ko. Ang dami kong kailangan isipin para lang minsan sa isang linya o sa isang eksena. Actually, every scene po nito sumasakit ang ulo ko kasi isipin ko yung 3-word rule, isipin ko yung emotion na napakabigat, isipin ko yung insecurity ni Fidel, isipin ko yung camera, isipin ko yung direction ni Direk, at saka saan ako ikilaw, at saka saan ako aakto. It's one of those challenging things I've ever done in the movies, probably. And sana mapagtagumpayan ko siya, sana napagtagumpayan ko siya. Kung nag-translate ba siya dun sa trailer. But,
Ako naiyak ako sa trailer.
okay.
Nag-translate siya po.
Translate. Pero actually, this time around for this movie, ang I think, emotionally bigat ay mapupunta sa role ni Stella. Nasa kanya lahat ng mga nasa kanya lahat ng mga emotionally challenging moments. Pat yung role niya ng gano'n. And marami na kaming nakunan na eksena na ano siya, and then she's being present about it, and she's super generous about it. At nakikita ko yung struggle nito. so habang binubuo niya ulit si Stella, I'm proud of her. I'm proud of what she's done so
Ang
far.
tanong nila ikaw eh.
Ay, sorry, nalipat siya.
Dahil pinuri ko si Kaya kanina, what I have to say is, ngayon ko lang nalaman na nahihirapan pala siya. Kasi pagka-excel mo siya, no weight. Wala akong nararamdaman. Ano na nga minsan eh, parang feeling ko instinctive na sa kanya yung 3-word rule, yung stutter. I don't see him question his acting choices before we get to the set. So, kung nahirapan ka man, hindi namin nahalata. Ang galing.
Yes! That's the goal.
Thank you now, Sis Kate, to the Heart of Random Republica. For our next batch, please do stand by Jojo Panaligan of Rider PH, CJ Buad of CJ Says Vlog, Nurse Alma of GMA Entertainment Digital, Alan Sancon of Stars Photo, Ian Lee Australia, TikTok content creator, and Alan Policarpio of Incarnate. Our next special will be coming from Jojo Panaligan of Rider PH.
Thanks, Jean. Question ko kay Bella.
Yes, hello po.
Kay Bella.
Hello.
Kanina sinabi ni JC na meron sa character niya na as JC, he doesn't agree with, pero kailangan niya makisimpatya to do the role well. Ikaw din ba may ganun ka kay Stella?
I'm the exact opposite of JC here. Parang may, yung acting process ko naman is ako yung number one defender ng character ko. So minsan may mga napapatulan ako sa TikTok kasi yung mga comments nila is, naku, sasaktan mo na naman si Fidel. Nag-explain talaga ako na hindi, dito na galing si Stella. So, baliktad ako. Parang once I say yes to a character, I make sure na I would be the first person to understand where she's coming from. So, personally, questionable as Bella, questionable yung mga choices ni Stella sa buhay. Those are things I probably wouldn't go through in my real life. But, yun nga eh, parang when I said yes to the first and now the second film, I made sure that if anyone questions Stella, like, why did she do this, why did she say that, I know the answer. So, even if I don't agree with her, I hope hindi niyo siya mahalata when you watch it.
My follow-up. Obviously, importante si Stella sa karera mo, no? Yung character niya. Hindi ka ba na-tempt na i-co-write yung I mean, given pinapakinggan pa nga lang kita, ramdam ko na how invested you are sa character mo.
Yeah.
So, hindi ka ba na-tempt na i-co-write? At saka paano mo pinipigilan yung sarili mo na, ay, actor lang ako dito?
I was offered to co-write isang daang awit para kay Stella a few times. Lalo na nung may time na may version kami hindi talaga nagustuhan and JC already, I think, told them na he didn't want to do it anymore. I remember them calling me in the middle of the night. Nasa Bohol ako. Nasa bakasyon ako. They were asking me to, parang jump on a meeting to co-write the film. But, ako very careful ako to not overstep. This is Direk Jason Paul's story. And he's such an open and such a smart person na pag sinabi namin why this version doesn't work for us, he gets it right away. And then he changes that. So I appreciate Direct Jason Paul not only as a director in this film, but also as the creative genius that brought all of us isang naamtula para kay Stella. So I wouldn't want to offend him. So I really didn't want to co-write this project. I always correct also, a lot of people think I wrote the first one. So I always correct and say this is Direct Jason Paul's story. So syempre pag nasa eksena na kami, he allows us to change some lines. Or when I say Direct Jason Paul, parang bilang babae. Kasi syempre iba yung perspective din ng lalaki at babae. Bilang babae, hindi to gagawin ng isang babae. He graciously accepts that. So I only go that far, like how far an actor can go. So yun, if I get the chance one day kung magkaka-third film ba to, I might say yes kung ipapakorek nila, but not for this film.
Sorry, how would you have felt if someone else had done Stella?
Oh, I would have been really mad. Kung iba daw yung gumawa ng character ni Stella.
I don't think anyone else can do it better than you.
Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you. Hindi naman kasi dapat kami yung gagawa ng isang daang tula, diba? This was a project for 2 different actors. So, binigay ito sa amin parang last minute ano na lang kami, pairing na baka mag-work si Bella and JC. I think we're here because we're meant to be Fidel and Stella, and I love Stella so much, the film and also the character. Like you said, I think it put me on the map as an actress. I think people started taking me more seriously as an actress after Isang Daang Tula para kay Stella, not just as a working actor, but an actor who can bring, I guess, money in. So I got trusted with better roles after this. So I'm not gonna let anyone else play Stella if I have the last say. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Jojo Panaligan of Writer PH. Up next, we have CJ Buwan of CJ Says Blog.
So, hi guys, good afternoon, and isa ko sa mga uyak nung Isang Daang Tula.
Sorry po.
Yeah, nasakit-sakit kayo. Ngayon naman, paano nyo ipapakilala si Fidel at Stella sa mga Gen Z? Kasi yung mga Gen Z, di ba,
Yes.
medyo wala na. So, paano nyo sila ipapakilala right now? Stella, yun.
Tumingin ako kay JC kasi paano ba ipakilala ng isang tao sa Gen Z? Hirap ng tanong. Wait lang, ganda ng tanong. I wanna answer this properly.
Can I say something as a Gen Z perspective? Ako po kasi, inamin ko na po ito dati, pero amin ko po ulit ngayon, hindi ko pa napanood ang Isang Daang Tula para kay Stella. And that was also in my way. I didn't want to know anything about Stella and Fidel going into the movie. Siguro pagkatapos po ng premiere night, promise, papanoorin ko po yun first. Pero, I'd like to say, as a Gen Z, I've always known this film have such a big impact, and I would say Philippine pop culture, when it comes to, when you talk about that heartbreak movie that a lot of people would talk about. Lagi pinag-uusapan ng Isang Daang Tula para kay Stella, and I think they, naramdaman po ulit ng mga tao yun nung in-announce na uulitin na may sequel. Ako, not being a viewer, but being able to read the comments, at talagang ang daming sumunod, ang daming nakaalala ng kwento nila. And I feel like it's to introduce this to my generation. We already know the impact it had before, so I think a lot of us are still excited to see what their kind of love back then could bring to a time like now. So, yun.
Yes, Kyle. As a millennial, relax na lang. Sabi ko. Yes, Kyle.
I think, yeah, that's the perfect answer. We have Kyle. He's our Gen Z rep. He definitely brings a lot of freshness and youth to the film. I think his audience would love the film and also his character because we grew up also with. Ang dami, di ba si Fidel sa part 1, yung dahilan kung bakit nagkaroon ng Isang Daang Tula is because he doesn't speak up. And I think the number one thing I think of when you say Gen Z is they know how to speak up. So in this movie, kasi Fidel finds his voice. So I think makaka-relate yung Gen Z sa character development namin dalawa. Plus yung courage ng character ni Kyle. Yung character kasi Kyle, wala siyang fear eh. May gusto siyang gawin ko. May gusto kong ligawan ko. It's so apparent in the movie that even Direk Jason Paul actually, nung pitch niya sa amin to, meron siya mga words na hindi namin alam.
Sasabihin ko ba lang eh.
Yeah.
Actually, mas Gen Z pa nga minsan si Direk Jason Paul sa akin eh. So, totoo lang pagkabasa ko po ng script. So, I think, yeah.
May mga terms na doon na alpha, ganyan.
Yeah.
Gusto pala sa TikTok na
Limerence.
Limerence, may mga ganyan sa Direk Jason Paul na he told us, no, this is what they will understand now. So, inalagay namin siya, yun pala yung alpha, yun pala yung limerence, ganyan. So, I think one thing also about this movie that's different from the first is, sa first, it really felt like a cinematic experience na parang dream girl niya to, pinapansin siya. You know, it's such a romance movie na parang hindi to mangyayari sa totoong buhay, sa totoo lang. Itong bagong film, it's so grounded on reality, which I think really speaks out to the Gen Z audience. So, very different.
I guess yung pelikula namin, it's magkatulad ng mga Gen Z ngayon, they're emotionally sensitive na. At marami ngayon, di ba, na parang magbabago ba ako para sa tao? Hindi, magiging unapologetic ako. Yung society may problema, hindi ako. So, si Fidel, nandun siya eh. Nandun siya sa, I mean, ganito ako eh. So, tatagpapin ba ako o hindi? Magpukulong na lang ba ako? Kasi nga, yung pelikula namin, it's ano ba siya, nakabattery kami ng fear. Lalo na sa character ni Fidel. With all his insecurities and everything. Paano niya get over yun? Paano niya he worked his way around his insecurities? Nagtagumpay ba siya o hindi? Kasi even in the first movie, di ba may tendency maging red flag talaga si Fidel eh. So, ito sa pelikulang to, tumawid. yung mga possibilities na iisip ko sa kanya noon at dito lang lumakas.
Okay, for my last question is that, sabi sa trailer, pwede na kaya? As Stella, as Fidel, as Clyde, paano nyo na sasagutin yung tanong na pwede na kaya without spoiling anything?
As our characters,
Yeah. Pwede din. Pwede na kaya?
Pwede na kaya.
kailan namin masasabi pwede na kaya?
Paano mo daw sasagutin yung question na pwede na kaya as Clyde?
As Clyde.
Okay mo na.
Sige, step.
Pasok ko sa 3-word rule. First tell lahat. Kaya, pwede na. Yeah.
Oo, pwede na.
Clyde.
Oo, ikaw na yan.
Okay, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dallas.
Ganda ng mga tanong mo.
Thank you for your questions. That was CJ Buad of CJ Says Vlog. Up next, we have Nurse Alma of GMA Entertainment Digital.
Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, siguro for JC and Bella muna. Yung sa 100 na tula, isang taong tula para kay Stella. How important is it para mabuo yung connection ninyong dalawa na maging effective as a partner or team up para doon sa mga sumunod ninyong project eventually in this movie?
I think hindi kami effort. Parang, especially the first week na nag-shoot kami. Kasi sa characters naman namin sa una, hindi na talaga kami magkakilala eh. So, I think that added authenticity to the scenes. Pero, ano ba?
So, kasi yung freshness din ngayon na nakita kami ulit after a few years, parang same feeling pa din una kami nakita.
Yung eksena sa pintuan. So, I guess sinuswerte kami na yung mga characters na pinipili namin, they somehow also relate to or resonate sa kung ano nangyayari sa totoong buhay namin. Hindi ko alam kung timing ba yun or napagbibigyan kami ng ano lang talaga, but it always works out that way. we very easily became friends. No first film, we have the same interests, we like watching the same kinds of movies. Kaya hindi mahirap to like each other as friends. Parang nadalian kami, or ako at least nadalian ako na naging kaibigan. He's very open, very, very generous with what he knows. Siyempre, hindi ako theater actress, pero ang sarap-sarap pakinggan ni JC when he talks about his life sa theater. I learned so much. So, nung lilipat ako ng London, he was one of the first people I asked, like, how do I do this? What does it feel like? Kasi he lived in New York, he took acting classes in New York. So, yung trust din namin sa isa't isa, it goes beyond work. So yun, I can reach out to them at any point. Yun.
Actually, tama siya dun sa effortless na yung, alam mo, na-test ko na to even sa magtitinginan lang kami ito kahit walang context. Kaya namin payakin yung isa't isa. So, umabot na kami dun sa, even sa, kay Direct Irene before, umabot na kami sa, wala naman talagang script yung eksena, pero nagawa namin ang So, meron na kaming gano'n na gusto namin talagang magkwento, at gusto namin i-share yung kwento, gusto namin makaramdam yung tao na nanonood. That's I think, the common ground.
I think also, I personally felt, lucky charm ko to eh. Parang, since I met JC, all my films worked. Nagsunod-sunod, kahit hindi siya katrabaho ko, nabigyan niya ng swerte yung buhay ko.
Grabe naman!
Penny naman na.
Uy, wala pang bonus. And pero seriously, Isang Tarantula really was my first hit film. And I can't even say this was my first hit film, it's our first hit film. So wherever I went after that, kung sino man makatrabaho ko, he gave me the confidence na your movies work out. So for that, I'm always grateful to JC, and I always look forward to working with him.
Kahit ano, sino makita namin, lagi kami hinahanap eh. Kaya rin yung susunod na movie namin, so I guess lagi kami hinahanap.
Kagabi, sa gas station, nakusayan mo sinaktan si Fidel. Kuya, 8 years na yun. Yung nag-gas yun napaisip ka ba kung lang yung nilagay niya gas? Kasi hindi pala siya kay Stella.
Ikaw, JC, matuturing mo rin bang Lucky Charms?
Oh, it's actually the same thing. That was also my first hit film in mainstream. Yun din po yung nagbigay na sa akin sa mga susunod na projects. So swerte din namin talaga yung isa't isa. So lagi naman, dahil may pelikula kami, lagi may nanonood at meron talaga ng following yung tandem. So I guess she's also my language.
And for my last question, kasi na-mention nyo na may mga disagree kayo dun sa mga traits ng respective characters ninyo. Without spoiling anything, kung meron kayong message for them, siguro pati na rin kay Kyle, ano yung masasabi niyo sa mga characters niyo? Mensahe niyo.
Sabihin ko kay Fidel, gear up, there's more.
Yeah. Yan na lang yung nasabi ko. Kay Stella, masasabi ko, proud ako sa'yo, nagbago ka na.
Para reply, salamat at pakatotoo ka.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Nurse Alma of GMA Entertainment Digital. Up next, we have Alan Santon of Stars Film.
Hello.
Hi, congratulations.
Thank you.
The long wait is over after 8 years, di ba? Alam naman namin masusundan ko kasi open-ended yung yung isang daang tula para kay Stella. Pero this time, kay Bella, kasi parang this is love triangle between Kyle and si JC. How do you describe yung romantic scenes or eksena mo dun sa dalawa? Una kay JC, second kay Kyle. Not spoiling anything.
Yeah. Yung scenes ni Stella kay Fidel, exciting. Kasi ngayon lang sila nagkita ulit eh. So, si Stella medyo very siya teasing kay Fidel, di ba? Mahilig niyang gulugin yung buhay at yung utak ni Fidel. So, ganun to siya ginawa ulit nung umpisa. So, obviously may difference is may maturity, but ako na-excite ako sa mga na yun, yung the day after na nakita kami for the first time. Ang sarap pag, parang, ang sarap takutin ni Fidel. So, it's a fun kind of love, I feel, but also very deep. So, yung balik naman ni Fidel sa kanya yung aabangan niyo dito. So, yun. Sa character ni Clyde, genuinely speaking, I didn't know how to do my scenes with Kyle kasi we have an age difference. I didn't know how I could relate to someone his age for Stella. So I think I just allowed the scenes to flow. Parang hinayaan ko muna na mag-play out yung eksena. Tapos doon ko iniisip yung ano gagawin ni Stella sa situation na to. So our scenes are very organic. That's how I would describe it. Kasi I would literally wait for the scene to play out. So yung love story din nila, I think is that it's more go with the flow. So yun po.
I think meron din yung audience dito na, uy, okay naman sila. I think okay sila. I think okay sila. Mahihirapan yung audience.
So yun yung aabangan, di ba? Ano lang, wala si Direct Paul to answer the question. Maybe Bella will answer it also. Follow up lang, no? Talaga bang ginawang yung third party or third character yung kay Clyde mas bata compared dun sa kay age niyo? Bakit siya yung napili? Parang
No, actually walang age. She Clyde's script. It could have been an older actor, but si Kyle was handpicked by our producers. Management decision. So, and I'm very happy na they ended up with Kyle. Kasi nga, like your question earlier, CJ, we have a Gen Z audience now that we need to also relate to. So he's bringing that to the film. He also makes the film more light and more youthful. So, hindi ko rin alam kung katulad nung sagot ko kanina sa question before this. I don't know if it was timing or napagbigyan kami ng tadhana this time, but casting Kyle was a really good call sa management namin. Even if yun may question siguro in my head nung mga eksena namin na shocks, paano mo gagawin to? Pero si Kyle kasi as a person, not as Clyde, is also very mature. He knows how to communicate with different kinds of people. So, yun po.
maybe because he's sick, di ba? Kasi may fight na kumakanta siya doon eh, di ba?
Yes.
Yung last question ko, actually, this is a polling question. Tanong ko lang rin, sabi niyo nga, yung isang daang awit, isang daang tula, kayo naman yung gumawang character. Pero sabi mo dapat papalitan yung character mo, di ba, Bella? Pero what do you think, bakit binigay pa rin ng Viva sa inyo itong isang daang tula? Pwede nang ibigay sa ibang tao. Especially kay Clyde din, kay bakit kaya ikaw yung napili ng Viva to be part nitong 100, isang daang tula para kay Israel?
Hindi. Tulad ko na sinabi ko kanina, napatanong ko talaga ako kung bakit yan? Bakit talaga ako? But when it comes to acting, I think one thing that's the beauty of our job is you get to be put in shoes you never thought you'd ever be able to fill. I don't know I'm older than in this as Clyde, he's older than I am as a person as Kyle. Pero hindi naman kailangan pag-usapan yun sa script. I think when it came to choosing me to play Clyde, pinakasinabi ko sa akin kasi they were also very excited for me to sing throughout this whole film. And I have a lot of different songs and I think maglalabas din kami ng mga soundtrack. Parte po ng paglabas po ng movie ay maglalabas din po ng mga kanta na nirecord ko po para sa movie din. So I guess part din na rin po na kaya ko pong kumanta at actor na rin po ako. But for the most part, ang pinaramdaman ko sa akin is may importansya itong character ko na ito and I have to do a good job. So, yun. Masaya po ako and I just want to say thank you kay Viva Films, my first project on the but thank you for thinking about me for this project. Yun po.
Bella and JC.
So, hindi ko rin po alam. Minsan po napapa-question din ako, bakit po ako? Well, I guess siguro sa flavor din ng ginagawa namin ni Bella. Na paano namin ikwento yung pwede. Wala po talaga ako sagot, sorry.
Baka yun, baka dahil tried and tested na naman nila kaming dalawa sa ganitong genre. I think yun. And yun nga, dahil nag-text ako na talaga, hindi na po ako sa Stella.
Nakatulong yun.
Nakatulong yun. Kung hindi ako nag-text, iba po yung nakaupo dito.
Yan.
Buti nag-text ako.
Sana nga maging blockbuster to. Susunod
Sana
naman.
po, kasi kung hindi na ako makapag-text ulit.
Ang susunod na sigurong title, isang daang sayaw na para kay Stella.
Recast na po ako doon. Hindi na talaga ako yun.
So thank you, Gigi. Congratulations in advance.
Thank you. That was Alan Santona, Stars for the Biz. Up next, we have Ian Lee Estrella, TikTok content creator.
Hi po, and congratulations in advance. For
Thank you.
JC, kung babalikan mo yung kabuuan ng kwento ni Fidel, mula dun sa tula hanggang ngayon sa awit, ano yung mga differences or yung mga personal na changes na napansin mo kung i-compare sila?
Personal changes ni Fidel?
Yes. Character development niya from tula hanggang awit.
Okay. Oh, I guess, I guess yung si Fidel, ano ba? Hirap nito ah.
May nagtutulong ng sagot dito.
Ano sabi niya?
Ako talaga? Hindi sabi ni Stella.
He chooses himself first.
Yeah, well, di ba, may kakaibang mindset si Fidel about love nung bata siya. He loves the idea of love. Meron din siya parang questionable yung pagmamahal niya kay Stella. So, tapos, aside from that, there's this lingering insecurity about his confidence and his speech defect. So, tinanong ko dito kay Direk Jason Ball, ano kaya bago kay Fidel? Yeah. I guess for this movie, ano yung bago lang kay Fidel is nag-mature na siya, na i-accept lang yung sarili niya, lahat ng mga nafe-feel niyang pagkakamali niya. Na, kasi umabot siya sa point na, may mali yung tao sa paligid ko, hindi ako. Magtiisa na lang ako kasi mahirap makasalamuha sa tao kasi there's a possibility of bullying. So we're talking about fear here, a great amount of fear. So dito, before nahirapan si Fidel, naging defensive siya about it. Ngayon, he's more accepting dun sa nangyayari sa kanya, pinagdadaanan niya. I guess it also talks about a good amount of mental health issue. So, meron malaking discussion about what's going on with it. Ayun. Sana nakatulong.
For Ms. Bella, maraming viewers natin yung may mixed feelings sa character ni Stella.
Yeah.
Do you think Stella was misunderstood personally in the original film? Tapos, ginawa mo bang parang avenue to para ipakita this time kung ano talaga yung nangyari?
Yes, definitely. I always say adulting is realizing that they were both at fault sa isang taong tula para kay Stella. Kasi syempre, it's easy to blame yung stronger character and si Stella yung stronger character sa una. So, nung hindi sila nagkatuluyan sa ending, everyone hated Stella, or I'd say like half of the people hated Stella because they wanted me to choose Fidel. Pero ang buhay kasi hindi naman ganun kadali talaga. We showed towards the end of the film why Stella's not allowed to choose Fidel. But obviously, dahil nanonood ka ng pelikula, gusto mo sila magkatuluyan hanggang sa ipipilit mo na ito yung gusto ko nangyari, ito dapat yung nangyari. The reason I finally said yes to this version is because this is Stella's redemption arc. Maintindihan niyo ngayon where she's coming from. So, dun sa 8 years in between na hindi na, syempre natin mapapakita, Stella goes through so much. Meron siyang grief, meron siyang emotional and physical situations that she shouldn't have gone through. lagi nga namin pinag-uusapan ang ganda ng buhay ni Fidel. Kahit sa start ng movie, meron siyang tatay na mahal na mahal siya, doting father. Meron siyang nanay na nasa ibang bansa na pinapadala siya ng necktie para sa graduation. You know, he comes from a loving home. Stella comes from a broken family na minumura siya ng ate niya na wala siyang chance to grow or prove herself. Kaya when she finally found someone who believes in her, she doesn't know how to treat him or how to love him properly. So I think yun, adulting and maturing is realizing that not everybody comes from the same background and not everyone has equal opportunities. I think also maybe because we have a male writer / director, Stella is written from a male's perspective. So I made sure that this time around, even if she's written by a man, I will still give her a female perspective. So yeah. Thank you.
Para kay Kyle naman, last questions. Musician ka dito sa isang aming podcast, diba? Kung may isang kanta ka gustong kantahin, personal choice mo para kay Stella, anong kanta yun at bakit?
Para kay Stella, any song.
Any song, any song.
Linger.
Cranberries.
Yes, by the Cranberries. Yes, you will.
Sample.
Sample ka.
Liquor. I don't keep it. But I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? Thank you. Umiyak si Stella.
Bakit pala yun yung napili mo?
Bakit? Maraming actually, no. Honestly, there's gonna be different things I think she allowed to linger in her life na babalik sa kanya dito sa film na to. Sa pagkakaintindi ko, as Clyde, kay Stella, sa mga nabasa ko sa kanya, she let a couple things linger, even towards Clyde. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much and congratulations in advance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, daw. See you in the Australia TikTok and Tech Raider. For our next question, we have Alan Policarpio of Inquirer.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Natouch nito kanina, Bella and JC, yung sobrang iba yung landscape sa sine when you first did Isang Daan Tula compared to now. So, para sa inyo, ano yung difference na nakikita niya and what makes it harder these days to, to score a box office hit? Do you have to work extra hard for promo, things like that?
I think because of the availability of streaming platforms, it definitely put us parang movie actors at a disadvantage. Kasi sa totoo lang, kung iisipin mo naman, isang household, nagbabayad kayo ng subscription sa isang streaming platform. Magkano lang siya a month? Magkano na yung CD ngayon, diba? Nagulat ako pag uwi ko na rin London, kasi mahal yung ticket dito siya sa London eh. Tapos bibili ka pa ng popcorn, bibili ka pa ng soft drinks, mag-grab pa sila, or angkas, or diba, like, ang laki nung kailangan mong gastos to watch one movie. And, I don't wanna be negative, but if there's a Marvel film out and the Filipino film out, people would like to get the value of their money back. So, pag nanood ka kasi ng Marvel film, yung unang eksena pa lang sulit na yung ginaya mo, diba? Daming effects, grabe yung production value. The sad part is, I think the audience doesn't understand na if they stop watching Filipino films, the budgets of our movies also go lower and lower. So the production value gets worse. So this is, watching movies should be parang part ng culture natin, diba? Dito tayo nagpapakilala na ganito po yung mga Pilipino magmahal, ganito po kami mag-isip, ganito kami manamit, ito yung kinakain natin sa bahay. di ba katulad ng K-dramas, like we now have so many Korean groceries, so many Korean restaurants in the Philippines. Dahil pag nanonood tayo ng eksena at uminom sila ng soju at kumain ng bibimbap, magpapagrab ka after ng bibimbap and sinugutom ka. So we have an opportunity to do that with not just Filipino actors, but also the Filipino culture. We can show other countries na ang ulam namin sa gabi adobo. Ganito kami magluto ng paksiw. Except if you stop watching movies, yun nga eh, our value and our production budget goes lower. So imbis na gumanda yung mga pelikula, it keeps getting worse. So I think this should be something discussed more. I don't know what the solution is. Should we have like a call to make the cinema prices lower? Or, yun eh, we have to find a solution to get people back to the cinemas. Obviously, there are hits na once in a blue moon.
Ano pa rin ang Netflix?
Oo eh, yun. So I don't know how we can solve. It's a society situation, not just a cinema situation.
Oh, geez, we have something to add.
I share the same thoughts.
Ako kasi alam ko yung movie back in 2017, parang it was one of the top 10 highest grossing. Yeah. But anyway, my second question, pagdating naman sa poetry, sa poems, is that something that you enjoy talaga yourselves personally? May face din ba kayo na sumusulat kayo ng mga tula para sa ibang tao, nakaka-receive kayo ng tula? May experiences mo kayo?
Actually, after this movie, after the first movie, nakatanggap ako ng libro of poems a few times from fans, from different kinds of people. So I'm happy that the movie also encouraged people to start writing again or to start expressing love through poems. So I wrote 100 poems for promo for Stella. Naglabas kami ng libro. Noong unang pelikula, but yeah, ngayon hindi masyado I focus on scripts more.
Actually, siya talaga yung manunula dito eh. Siya talaga yung may design sword, siya yung may, para siya nag-paint every time she writes. So, mas siya yun.
Si Kyle, I think as a singer-songwriter, in effect, sumusulat ka na ng poems and just sumusulat ka na.
I wish I was good at writing poems. Hanggang kanta lang po talaga ako. Tsaka gandang naka-receive kayo ng poems, but nice. Di kayo na.
Makatanggap ka na naman awit.
Awit, baka naman.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Alan Policarpo of Inquirer. For the last set of questions, we have Mark Magadia of Maganda Ba Movie.
Hello there.
Oh my God, I'm
Hello.
a fan.
Hello, hello.
Na-upload yung ratings mo lagi.
Nakaka-pressure.
So yung question ko, siguro, actually tanong na lahat. So, first na question ko muna, kung awit yung mga characters niya dito sa pelikula, anong awitin yung mga yan? Ano ba? Kay Bella, sa Stella, anong awitin yung character niya?
For them, mga
No, sa'yo, sa character.
for Stella.
Yeah.
Kung anong kanta yung kakantahin namin sa characters namin.
Yeah. Yung magre-represent, parang yun yung ano yun.
Maghahanap lang ako yun. That's so good for them.
Hindi kayo na ikaw. Yeah.
So, Creep, si Fidel.
Bilis mo naman.
Ako, I think, yung sa akin, para sa aming dalawa ni Fidel, hindi para kay Stella. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know.
It's not fair, naka-search ka na.
Gusto chat GPT mo
Gusto ko lang eh. O, hanap ka na lang siya.
Baka kung basta ako makakasagot nila. Hindi, wala. Basta, come on, help me out here, guys.
I think yours would be...
Big girl it.
Ganun yung vibe ni Clyde. Maybe troubles we don't succeed.
Pwede din yan. Thank you, ikaw. It's my guy.
Tapos naisip ako ng kanta ni Stella.
Wala ka na si Stella.
Matilda ni Harry Styles. Hanapin ko yung lyrics.
May sample session.
You can let it go.
Yan.
You can go on. Yan.
Ayun. You can let it go, you can throw a party. Ano sunod?
Kaya ko niya.
Full of everyone you know, and not invite your family, cause they never showed you love. You don't have to be sorry for anything and growing up.
Iiyak na yan. Ibang-iba tuloy pa natin ito. Iiyak na.
Sige, okay. Second question na lang. Second question ko, tumagal siya ng 8 years ang bagong sundan yung sandang tula, para kay Stella. Pinaka-naisip ko kasi parang sumusunod din siya sa pelikula ng
Before Sunrise.
yeah. Kasi 9 years naman yun.
Yes. Kaya nga gusto ko magka-third film eh. Pero pag matanda na kami ni JC.
So, kung magkakaroon kayo nung pang-third nga, ano yung parang sa tatakbo yung kwento? Gusto niyo kayo bibigyan?
Nasulat ko na siya yung kaya.
Na-pitch na niya sa ano.
May title na nga ako eh. Oo, nag-pitch na ako. 100 paalam para sa papaalam ko pa ito kay Jason Paul.
Isang daang araw.
Sorry, 100 araw para kay Stella.
Pwede din daw yung paalam. Oo, meron.
Yung kwento, pitch naman niya sa'yo.
Okay, yun lang yun. Parang mas mabigat yung paalam actually.
Oo, di ba?
Grabe.
Maparakit lang siya today. Nung finish niya kay JC, hindi masyado. Today lang.
Thursday kasi.
Ayun lang, salamat and congrats and good luck sa film.
Thank you.
Kasi,
Hindi ko alam kung babasahin ko yung rating mo right away pag nalalabas na.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Mark Magadia of Maganda Ba Movie. And that concludes your Q&A. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you to our dear friends from the media, press, and bloggers for all your questions. We appreciate it a lot this time. Let's hear it from our cast. Would you like to invite everyone to watch your film?
Hello, thank you so much for coming today. Maraming salamat po sa mga sumugod sa wala na ganyan. Maraming salamat. Sana po, ikalat po, ipapalabas na po after 8 years ang aming pelikula. Sa September 10 na ito.
Yes, September 10.
At sa September 8 po, meron kaming premiere night. So magkita-kita po tayo ulit sa mga sinehan.
Yes, we'll be going around Metro Manila also to randomly sing with people. May mga feature po kami na awit from the film na mapapakinggan ng audience for the first time. So watch out for the three of us.
yes. Again, maraming salamat. Big shoutout to Direct Jason Paul at Samana. Siyempre, wala po siya ngayong araw na to kasi busy po siya para sa amin. Joke lang. Shoutout to you, Direct Jason. Again, September 10 na po. Maraming salamat po. Sana po panoorin yung sequel ng Isang Daang Tula para kay Stella. Ito naman po ang Isang Daang Awit para kay Stella. September 10 po yan.
Yes. To our marketing team also, thank you so much
Yes.
For setting this up. Sa lahat po ng dumalo today, maraming salamat
Yes.
po. Hindi ko po alam na napanood yung lahat yung Isang Daang Tula. Pero even without the first movie, the second will stand on its own. I'm so excited for you guys in this room to watch it and for us to share the word. Binabasa po namin lahat ng reviews at blogs nyo. Maraming salamat po sa ilang taon ng pagsusuporta at pagmamahal. Yes. So thank you so much for being here today at sana po tulungan niyo po kami ikalat Isang Daang Awit para kay Stella, showing on September 10. Kasama din namin dito si Mr. Albi Casino, si Ayo Aguila,
Si Miss Net Inventor. Ang dami pa.
Nico Manalo. Yeah. Madami pa po kayong aabangan. Thank you so much.
There you have it.